coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey man, shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Bang, 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 boom. Woo, we got the great comrade on here, the revolutionary George Jackson. If you don't know about him, you better go ask somebody. You did. Big love, man, to everybody who support the movement, everybody who support the platform. Go get your membership today. If you don't, shame on you. The blame is on you. You dig? Let's go. Let's get it, man. I know y'all heard me say a lot of times, man, country breaks will get you late, right? And some of y'all may not know what country breaks is. Well, I'm gonna give y'all a hint, man. Let me get my TBP Nation up in here, man. Okay, yeah. TBP up in here. Man, I'm off. Well, y'all know what time it is. But anyway, yeah, country breaks will get you late, man. And what I mean by that, it was a saying in the penitentiary, man, like, you know, you can't be making funny moves in the penitentiary, man. That's a big difference from out here. Just not long ago, somebody asked me, "What's the hardest thing to adjust to since I've been out?" And that's one of the things, people, you know, the way they move. You know, like when I first came out, and you know, like if I go up in Walmart or go up in a big store, and all these people moving fast around you, them country breaks. You dig? You can't move a certain way in prison because it's going to be interpreted as a sign of aggression, a sign of attack or something. Because you know attacks in prison happen so fast and so out of the blue that you got to be aware. So you got to react because you may not have time to do what you need to do to defend yourself. So that's them country breaks in penitentiary, man. You got to be moving slow around a person. You got to be moving with intention. People got to know what you're doing. You can't just be walking around people. You can't be walking and bumping into people. You can't be caught eyeballing somebody, you know. And you can't be moving like I say in a certain way, man. Them little country breaks, man, they'll get you late in penitentiary. I've seen it so many times. And a lot of times, sad but true, it happened to a lot of the young dudes because they come in off the street and they don't know how to move in the penitentiary. You know, you can't, dudes be sitting at a table in the block. You can't just be running around or skick or make a move or something like that around. Somebody gonna get up and swing, or somebody might get up and pull that thing out because they don't know if that's somebody trying to make a move on them or bring them a move or something. So you got to be ready for that type of stuff, man. And like I say, the good thing about me was when I first got in the penitentiary, man, I was always, but I was that way on the street. I watch first before I dive in anything. I got to know what's going on. I got to feel it out. I just don't jump into anything, or I just don't start doing anything. I have to see what my surrounding is like and what people is acting like around me before I start moving, before I start engaging. That's how I am. The same thing with poker games or dice games or something. I watch first before I even attempt to get in. That'll let me know by seeing how dudes is moving, what they're saying, how they're talking, what their language is. Because if you get involved in something and you moving different, man, people gonna look at you different, and it may be interpreted as something that is not supposed to be, you know. So the first time I learned about dudes moving fast in the penitentiary, man, was them young dudes in their horse playing. That's something you don't even do in the penitentiary. But a lot of young dudes, they got a lot of energy. They coming from off the street. They do a lot of that horse playing, and a lot of that horse playing and got them tore out the frame, you know. I seen some old heads sitting in there playing pinochle. Pinochle is one of the biggest games in the penitentiary, especially for older guys. They play a lot of pinochle. They'll use the pinochle to, you know, do their time. That's their routine. They'll play all day, every day. They'll get to arguing, get to cussing each other out, get to, you know, doing this and doing that. But rarely do you see a pinochle game turn into a physical altercation. Rarely do you see that. Them dudes just love that. That's their pastime. That's what they do. But usually it's old heads and they locked in their ways. So when you get these young dudes in there and they get to playing and horse playing and laughing and joking, doing all of this stuff and running around and moving, man, you'll see them old heads get ready to get up and, man, hey, man, hey. Y'all calm down around here, man. You can't be moving. Then them dudes be looking at them funny like, man, who is you to tell me not to be? You know what I'm saying? And they don't realize. And I seen these dudes horse playing. They was in the cell. They must have joked. You could hear them all right, wrestling, horse playing, and then the dude started chasing him. So when he ran out the cell, he ran and he was looking back and he stumbled into the old head that was playing pinochle. So the old head, when he bumped him, boom, bumped him. The old head just turned around and just started swinging. Wow, wow, man, what he? And then the other ones that jumped up and everything. So he was like, man, the young dude got him, man, what's wrong with you? Hit me, man. What's wrong with you? Hit me. And then he tried to swing on the old head, and the old head put him with the old move, scooped him up. Boom, took him to the ground. The little youngins come out there. They try to jump on the old head. So now you got like 3 old heads fighting like 4 little young bucks in the block, all over horse playing, all over them making them little country breaks, and it turned into something real serious. Just that fast. You know what I'm saying? Just that fast. And you know these youngins, they coming in the penitentiary, they don't know how to fight. All they know is a gun. They don't know how to fight, man. These old heads beat these jokers so bad, it won't even funny. They swinging all wild and just, man, like they don't even know what they doing. They ain't got no strength. They ain't lifting no weights. They all look like string beans, bean poles. Man, they beat the brakes off of these dudes, man. And the police come running in there. We all get locked down, all because these youngers is making these old country breaks and don't even know what they doing. You can't be moving a certain type of way in the penitentiary. This not no playground. This not nothing that you ain't out on the street, man. This is real life in here. People have been in here longer than you've been alive. People done been in here, man, while you was walking around in your pops Levi's or something, you know, and you come up in here and you playing games, man. You trying to, I understand that you trying to, kill your time. You trying to, forget where you at. You trying to, lose yourself. That's what everybody be trying to do. Their way is playing pinochle. Your way is being horse playing. But you got to learn your surroundings, man, and where you at. And like I say, dudes moving for you can't be digging in your pants. And a lot of dudes do this. This is a real country break right here. A lot of the youngest do it. They put them sweatpants on and be walking around with their hands in their pants, all in their groin area. You understand? Now you can't walk close to somebody like that with your hands stuck up in your pants, man. You can't walk around an old head like that because you can have that thing in your hand and you just trying to get close to him, and next thing you know, you don't pull it out and you to try to. So you make them country breaks walking all close to dudes, man. Them old timers be like this, and you walking around with your hands in your pants, and you walk by him, he gonna be like this. You know what I'm saying? And you lucky if he don't take off on you, because you can't do that. You can't even get within arm reach of somebody in the penitentiary with your hands in your pants, man. If y'all ain't on them type of bases where y'all cool and y'all know each other, you can't do that. But dudes will get in the habit of walking around like that, with little sweatpants on, walking around, got your head down. You probably got something on your mind, and you ain't even thinking about doing nothing to nobody. It's just you and your own thoughts. But the move you making, man, you got to understand that could be taken as a sign of aggression, man. And somebody gonna take off on you, man. If not, they pull that thing out and hit you. Because if you misinterpret that and take it as it ain't nothing, this is just what he doing, and he get close to you, he hit you, then you can't come back from that. You can't say, "Oh, I misjudged." No, these are things that's too crucial to leave the chance. So the way you got to go is don't come around me like that. Don't get close to me like that. And a lot of these youngins don't know that. And a lot of these youngins got holes put in them because they did not know that. And then you get some of them tell them straight up, "Hey man, what you doing, man? Take your hands out your pants when you walk around me." And then they'll get smart. What? Man, don't walk around me with your hands in your pants, youngin'. Man, these my pants, man. What you talking about? All right, okay, I done told you. And they not gonna tell you no more. That's your warning right there. That's your warning right there. They ain't gonna sit up there and debate with you and do none of that. That's your warning right there. You understand me? Same thing when you got that state coat on. You got that state coat on, you get these youngins, they in the penitentiary. It's hot. It ain't even coat time. Or we in the block. And you coming out your cell with your coat on, with your hands in your pocket, your coat zipped up, and you walking around people. Man, somebody gonna tear you out the frame, man. Somebody gonna tear you out the frame, man, because they gonna be nervous. They don't know what you got on your mind. They don't know what you doing. You go into the microwave. You just want to get up in the morning. These young, they get up in the morning. They don't even want to get dressed and throw their little coat on. They ain't brushed their teeth, ain't did nothing. And walking all out in the pod with your slippers on. So you throwing the dude off. You got on a war coat, but you got on leisure shoes. So dudes don't know what you're doing, man. You in here making all these country breaks and don't realize they're going to get you hurt. They're going to get you hurt. Just moving around in the penitentiary is rules to that. How you move, when you move, how fast you move, who you looking at, who you walking close to, all of that stuff. I told y'all the story about Cowboy when he got robbed, the white boy, but the white boy got some go to him. He'll get down. You understand me? He was one of them type of white boys. He get money in the penitentiary and everything. But they went in there and robbed him, took all the stuff out of the cell. Not robbed him, they stole because he won't in there. Robbery is when you take it when he there. You know what I'm saying? So they go get all this stuff. A lot. He was balling. He getting it. He got the parlays and all types of stuff jumping. So now he trying to figure out who did it. But he ain't one of them type of dudes, like I say, he ain't gonna go around, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do. But you know that if he really know who did it, he'll try his hand. Yeah, he'll try to get at you. But he gonna do it slick. He not gonna just come at you like that. White boys ain't coming just like that. Few of them, not too many. But he'll get you. But he ain't gonna come at you with the rah-rah, because now you raising up all the other brothers and they gonna be like, man, who you think you is? You dig? So he might just, I know who did it. He might put out little flyers, give little dude money, man. Fam, let me know who went up in my cell, man. I got you. I'm gonna give you a couple $100. And then he might get that information, and he may not even indulge. Reveal that information. But then once he get close around to you, next thing you know, he hey, and took off running. You know what I'm saying? That's how they move. You understand me? Just to get their point across, but to make sure they don't get jumped and stomped out. You know what I'm saying? For making a move on the majority, not the minority. You understand? It's different dynamics in there. So that's how they might move, and that's how a cowboy will move. So with me having this knowledge that somebody done took his stuff and everything, and then I was always all right with him, not cool with him, but all right with him. So I'm out there one morning just jogging and jogging. I done got tired and everything, and then I'm walking and I'm kicking it, and there ain't too many people on the yard. This is the morning wreck, the early wreck. So it ain't too many people on the yard, but he out there, I'm out there. You understand me? And then he started talking to me. I'm talking to him because he's standing where I'm standing. And then he walking up to me and he was like, man, yeah, man, make it, man, you know, I just can't let this. And I thought he was reaching to get something like, and me knowing that you just got robbed and you saying you can't, what? I'm thinking he get ready to poke me. Like, and I ain't rob him. I ain't do it. Man, bang, bang, send him down, boom. I ain't know. So when he hit the ground, he like, mouth bleeding and everything, and then he looking at me like, hey, Banky, what you do that for? I'm like, man, I thought you was getting ready. And he was like, for what? Now, in his mind, he might think that I popped him because he think that I might have did it and I felt guilty. It won't that though. It was the country break that you made me think that I don't know if you think I did it. I don't know if you what you doing. I don't know if you trying to say, well, I'm gonna get him just to send an exam. I don't know none of that, man. Country breaks and gets you late, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm apologizing to him, helping him up and everything, but it's done. Now I gotta look at him like he might want to try to sneak me a week or two later. See what I'm saying? So all of these type of things take effect in the penitentiary, man. It's just an insane world, man, that you got to know what's going on. You got to learn, you know what I'm saying, the culture of what's happening in here. And he should have knew better. He should have knew better. You don't walk up on nobody, especially when you got issues going on, and you walking up to somebody, you mumbling, and I can't really hear you, and you reaching. Man, I'm all bang, bang. I'm gonna say, man, I'm not going. What if I wait? What if I wait? What if I wait and listen to what he's saying? He said, yeah, man, but yeah, it's no sirree, Bob. Nah, I was nervous, purpose, and I took off, you know. But that's an example of what I mean. Like I say, you can't make these country breaks, man. You got to talk, you got to move in a certain way in the penitentiary, man, just to know what's going on. You got to keep your eyes open and you got to be aware of these things that the way people moving, man. Because I'm gonna tell you, brother, a dude would get right up on you, man, smiling and laughing and everything, and the next thing you know, you leaking. You leaking. Then he gonna be trying to explain to you what for, and he could be wrong. You know how many dudes I seen get tore off or get hit up because the dude is doing the hitting thought that he did this, thought that he said that, thought that he took this. And it was wrong. They was dead wrong. But it ain't gonna take that back. It ain't gonna change that situation. So man, shoot, yeah. I told you this is why you see people that's been in the penitentiary a long time moving around out here like this. When people, and y'all out here be thinking that we just, looking at everybody or we watching every girl that go by. It don't matter if it's a girl or boy, it's a force of habit for a sign of protection. You know what I'm saying? Walmart drove me crazy when I first went home. Man, I'd be up in that joint like, man, what the, everybody moving, so many people. And it's nerve wracking, man. It's nerve wracking because of what I seen, because of what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, it'll be somebody right up on you, man. I'm telling you, they be right up on you and they get you. You're moving and you're going, like when they call chow or they call a rec call or gym call and everybody rushing through that hall. That's slim pickings right there for somebody to slice you or poke you. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you moving out there like that, I done seen dudes get choked out one time. Cause we all going out at the same time, but some dudes trying to get out there fast to go to the gym. Somebody trying to get out there fast to get the basketball, to take shot, to get first shot. You can't move fast around dudes though. You got to stay in the same like cadence of how we moving. You understand what I'm saying? You can't be everybody moving like this. Then you come bum rushing through there. Somebody man and dudes is scrap going on that yard. Scrap like a Georgia ham. If you know, you know, because you go out on that yard and get caught without it, you might not get up off that yard. So you can't come running through there through the crowd. So this youngin', he come running through there because he just trying to get on the court. Man, he came running through there, and that old time I heard that behind him and heard noise, turned right around. He ran right into him. He just grabbed him around the neck and just started choking. And it was like, man, what hell? Oh, everybody moving out. He choked them all the way out, slung them on the ground. Like he didn't know what was going on. It's like he blacked out. You know what I'm saying? And that probably come from things that he done already experienced, things that he done already went through. And they ain't know he had that old man strength because he was 50 plus. Dope fiend. Choked them out. You understand me? So it be things like that. I done seen dudes get popped coming through that line too. Excuse me. They trying to get out on the yard. They trying to get to the weight pile first. Turn around and what? They clutching in there. And they don't even know each other. But it's how you moving. These country breaks you making coming through the. Come on, man. You gotta know how to move in the penitentiary, man. You gotta know how to move. You gotta know how to move. And then especially if you somebody that always got a certain type of look on your face, like you got a grit or something, or you ain't smiling nothing, and then you moving a certain type of way, man, that's gonna be interpreted as a certain type of way. That's gonna be interpreted as a certain type of way, dog. You understand me? And then, like I say, them country breaks too. If you just sitting there at the table or you standing over by the wall or something, and a dude done looked over, glanced once or twice, and he saw you looking at him. As he took that glance, he saw you looking. He take note of that, but don't say nothing. If he look a second time and you still looking at him, when you start moving, if you move close to him, he gonna do something to you. If he on that type of time, because he think you plotting on him. You know what I'm saying? He think you plotting on him. But you could be literally sitting in there in a state of thought. But where you looking at, somebody could be thinking you plotting on them, man. And then what if you walking around in with your hands in your pants, just thinking, after he done seen you 2 or 3 times looking at him. Paranoia. I told y'all about Big A. He in the shower. Dude come in. The shower right here. The booth right here. The door right here. So when you come in, dude's automatic gonna look both ways because it's like don't go in traffic without looking across. So they look both ways, but you don't supposed to look in the shower. Big A in the shower. That little glance right there. Big A was ready to stab him. He ready to get him when he get out the shower. Man, let me get the jump. What's up, man? Man, you're young coming up in here, looking up in the shower, on with the shower, man. He looking up in here at me, man. What are you looking at me for? I ain't on that type of stuff. I said, but he probably, no, man, no, I'm gonna get him. He don't even know to this day he was getting ready to get stabbed. He don't even know just for a glance. You understand? Just for a glance. Because the way he move around in the penitentiary, he don't talk a lot. Don't nobody really know nothing about him. So now you mysterious, and then you making this old country break. You looking all up in the shower. You don't know the rules. Now you moving around all in the party the rest of the day and doing what you doing, being regular, not knowing that somebody is stalking you, man. They talking about doing something to you because of the moves that you made. Because of a glance. Because you got to know where you at, and you got to know, you know what I'm saying, you got people in here that's been in here so long, and their brain is already locked in on certain things. They done already been through so many things. They done been stabbed. They done been in fights. They done been in wars. They done been in riots. They done been at war with the administration, and they got certain things that they use to safeguard themselves. And you come in the penitentiary walking around willy-nilly and doing stuff and looking here and doing that and putting your hands in your pants and moving around real fast, and man, you gonna get hurt in the penitentiary, dog. You gonna get hurt in the penitentiary. May not have said anything offensive to anybody, but your movement, your actions is offensive. It's offensive to certain people. Therein lies some of the danger in being locked up in the penitentiary, man. And y'all wonder why people come out here and got PTSD, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. It's because we live in a crazy world, dog. And we have to survive, man. You know, it's just like that, man. But anyway, country breaks will get you late, man. Watch how you move, even out here, man. Because these people out here is a little ta-ta too, man. But anyway, I just wanted to drop that on y'all this morning, man. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. I hope y'all have had, by the time you see this, a beautiful, beautiful Mother's Day weekend, man. I hope you honored your mother, love your mother, you know, gave her some kisses, some hugs, and some good words, man, because she brought you in this world, man. TBP Nation, stand up, big love, salute. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions. Go get the membership, man. If you don't, you making country breaks, man. And we already just explained country breaks will get you late. You dig? Duck them hooks.
The banking special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.